is Satyasai Karthik. I have secured All India rank 103 in Civil Services Examination 2019. My optional is Sociology. This has been my fourth attempt. In the first three attempts, I haven't cleared prelims. So I am basically from Hyderabad, Telangana. My father, he works for State Bank of India. My mother is an entrepreneur. She runs a sari boutique. And my younger sister, she runs a fashion designing startup. So I have done my schooling till 12th class in Hyderabad itself. Post that, I have taken up computer science engineering in a college called GRIIT in Hyderabad and graduated from it in 2014. Post that, I have worked for a multinational company called Deloitte for 6 months. And since 2015, I have been into civil services preparation. And I also come from a slightly unconventional background, as I am a professional cricket player since my childhood. So I have represented the under-19 state team for Hyderabad cricket team, and also the university cricket teams in all the 4 years of my graduation. Initially, when I had started my preparation, I had started reading the NCERT books to get a fair understanding of the basic aspects of every subject. And then I had moved on to the standard books like Lakshmikant for polity or Ramesh Singh for economy. So then I had taken up the answer writing practice and also solving prelims tests. So this has been my general strategy throughout. So initially I had started my preparation in 2015 when I had taken up coaching in for general studies as well as my optional sociology at Vajiram and Ravi Institute in Delhi. So then I had first gone through the NCERT books to get a fair understanding of each and every subject, then moved on to the standard books or the class notes that I referred to. This has been the approach initially for all the subjects. Then when I was confident that I have enough grip over a particular subject, then I had taken up solving of prelims questions and also answer writing. So this has been my general strategy right from the beginning for all the subjects of general studies. So when it comes to general studies paper 1, the sources that I had referred to were almost similar for both prelims as well as mains. For history, I had followed the basic NCERTs like the themes in Indian history. And then moved to the book called Spectrum for Modern History. And for medieval and ancient history, rather than focusing on the political aspect, I had focused more on the cultural aspects. So for that, I had followed the 11th class NCERT, Introduction to Art, and the Tamil Nadu NCERT of the 11th class, and also the Nitin Singhania Art and Culture book. Then when we move on to the post-independent history for mains, then for this I had followed the Vision IAS material on post-independent history, and even for world history I had followed the Vision IAS material. When it comes to geography, I had followed the basic NCERTs of class 11th and 12th for both main prelims as well as mains. So that has given me a fair understanding of all the concepts in geography, and it has helped me not just in prelims but also in mains answer writing. When it comes to society, I had followed the Vision IAS material for on society, the supplementary material. Apart from that, since my optional was sociology, I had a fair understanding of the aspects in GS1 society. So this was my these were my sources for general studies paper 1. When it comes to prelims, I had solved a lot of questions on these subjects, history and geography, from Vision IAS test series or the Manifest IAS test series in my fourth attempt, and also solved previous year questions. When it comes to mains, I had written a lot of answers. I used to write answers each and every day, get them corrected and make improvements. For even in the answers, I used to draw diagrams wherever necessary in geography, India map or the world map in history answers. And use relevant flowcharts. So that made my answers, those changes made my answers a little unique. So this was the whole strategy for GS paper 1. So when it comes to general studies paper 2, where we have subjects like polity, governance and social justice and international relations. For polity specifically, I had balanced the static as well as the dynamic part. For the static aspect, I had followed the 11th class NCRT, the Indian Constitution at Work, and then the Lakshmikant book. For the dynamic part, I had relied on the monthly current affairs of Vision IAS and the Mains 365. So whenever I used to read the dynamic aspect, I would go back to the standard books and revise the static aspect as well. So this has given me, this approach has helped me in answer writing to include the articles, the judgments, the committee recommendations in the answers, and make my answer a little, and this would enrich my answers. So for governance and social justice, for this part, we do not have readily available notes or any standard book. So for this, I had, from the general studies syllabus, I had taken up the topics and searched for the content online and made my short notes. So this, the revision of those notes continuously has helped me remember better and reproduce them in the answers as well. When it comes to the international relations, which is fairly a dynamic part, for this I relied wholly on the monthly current affairs as well as the Mains 365 of Vision IAS. So this was my overall approach for General Studies Paper 2. For General Studies Paper 3, where economics as a subject and agriculture play a dominant role in mains. So for this, I have gone through the basic NCRTs like understanding Indian economy of class 11th, then the micro and macroeconomics of class 12th. And after that, I had followed the standard book of Ramesh Singh for economics to get a fair understanding of the concepts. So this has helped me answer the questions in prelims as well better. For the dynamic aspect, I had relied on the monthly current affairs and the Mains 365 of Vision IAS. So even for this aspect, there was an integrated approach that I had followed. Whenever I read the dynamic part, I would used to go back to the static part and read it again. So for other aspects of paper 3, like environment, I had followed the Shankar IAS environment book. And for science and technology, I had relied on the current affairs and Mains 365 or the PT 365 for prelims. And for disaster management, I had followed the Vision IAS supplementary material on disaster management. And for internal security, I had followed the Vision IAS Mains 365. So these are the sources. And for answer writing specifically, I had inculcated the usage of facts in my answers, the committee recommendations. So all this and relevant flowcharts in the answers to enrich my answers. For General Studies Paper 4, I had read D.K. Balaji sir's ethics book. It is written in a very simple language and has a lot of examples so that we get conceptual clarity. Apart from that, I had made a list of 70 to 80 keywords in ethics, like the terms like honesty, integrity, compassion. For all these terms, I had written the definitions in my own words. And for every term, I had examples from the standard examples from a great personality's life, like Mahatma Gandhi, APJ Abdul Kalam, and also examples from my personal life, so that my answers look a little unique. So this had taken care of the section A part of ethics. When it comes to the case studies, I had extensively practiced writing of case studies, that too within time. So for this, even for case studies, I used to take a holistic approach, like writing down the stakeholders that are involved and uh, thinking and including perspectives, various perspectives and various dimensions in the answer that I write, and also in the conclusion or the in the conclusion, I used to take a long-term, short-term approach. So all this would help me in making my answer for case studies holistic. So this was my strategy for general studies paper 4. So for the essay paper, uh, I had gone through the previous year questions and came up with 10 to 15 broad topics from which the questions were being asked. Like for instance, agriculture, science and technology, women empowerment. I could come out with these broad topics, and for every topic I came up with relevant quotes, the facts and figures, and the relevant anecdotes. So I had a ready-made material kept from the newspapers that I read, the magazines that I read. I had a ready-made material with me. So once I felt that I was good enough with my general studies as well as the optional, then I started writing essays. So this was once I was sure that I was clearing prelims, I started writing 1 or 2 essays every week and within time. So while writing the essays, it has helped me to maintain the flow and continuity in the essays and ensure that there is better clarity of thought throughout. So this was my overall strategy for essays. When it comes to note making, many aspirants have this doubt whether we have to make notes or should we just highlight in the booklets. So for general studies specifically, for the dynamic part, uh, I used to follow the monthly current affairs as I said previously. So this year I did not have time to make notes in my own handwriting for these aspects for GS2 and GS3. So for that I had highlighted only the relevant parts in the monthly current affairs or the mains 365, which I thought I could reproduce in the examination and I can remember easily. Only those parts I highlighted and revised them multiple times. For certain areas like governance, social justice, Indian society, for these aspects I had made crisp and concise notes. So this has helped, multiple revisions of that has helped me remember and recollect and reproduce in the examination as well. So this is with respect to notes making. So for answer writing in general, there is always a doubt whether to focus more on quality or on quantity. For this, I had taken a balanced approach. Initially, when I used to write answers, in fact, I used to write answers each and every day regularly. So initially, when I started, I focused more on quality aspect. So I used to get the answers corrected from my seniors, from my teachers, and make the necessary changes. And I also focused on the presentation aspect. Like for GS, I followed the points format, writing crisp subheadings and writing the body part in points. I also included the relevance facts and figures, then flow charts and diagrams in the answers to make them look more unique. But when it comes to the quantity aspect, I mean the speed to complete the answer, to complete the paper within 3 hours, to write all the 20 questions. For this, after prelims, I had taken up 2 tests for every GS paper and tried to time my answers. For the 10 markers, I used to take not more than 6 minutes, and for the 15 markers, not more than 11 minutes. So this timing of answer, writing the answers in a timed way and trying to complete it, that practice has helped me ensure that I did not miss any answer in my mains examination in any of the papers. When it comes to my daily routine and the timetable, I had followed a fixed timetable every day. I used to start my day with newspaper reading, and that used to not take more than 1 hour. So then I used to cater 3 hours for my optional, revising and making notes for my optional. Then I used to focus on answer writing, one or two answers in GS and one or two in optional. So that used to take 2 hours, and the remaining time I used to divide equally for three subjects. Say for instance, environment for 2 hours, then environment for 1 or 2 hours, then polity, and then international relations, like that. So that there is no monotony in my. I don't get bored during this preparation. So that was all about my daily routine and timetable. And more than the number of hours, I used to set daily targets, weekly targets, as well as monthly targets, and would work towards completing the targets. So more than the hours, it was about the targets, setting targets, and reaching them. Since this has been my fourth attempt and I haven't cleared prelims in the first three attempts, I had made certain changes in my strategy for this attempt, specifically with respect to prelims, which I would like to share. Firstly, I have limited my sources and revised them multiple times. So this was following more sources and not revising them was a mistake that I have been doing in the last three attempts. Secondly, when it comes to the mock tests, I had limited my mock tests to one or two institutes tests and revised them multiple times again. So thirdly, I had focused also on the previous year questions, so that I get a fair understanding of which areas UPSC is focusing on, what kind of questions is it asking. So you get accustomed to the UPSC way of thinking. So, fourthly, for this, when it comes to those 2 hours in the prelims examination, you need to stay calm, focused, and you need to have a specific strategy. For this, I had identified the different types of questions that UPSC is focusing on. Like for instance, three kinds of questions are being asked, like the single statement question, which happens to be the option itself, then the 3 statement or 4 statement questions, and then the 2 statement questions. So I had followed the same order when I approached the paper. I had solved the questions in the same order. Then I had made sure that the entire paper, I go through the entire paper at least 3 times, so that I don't miss out on something which I have little idea also. So this was the strategy for those 2 hours. And finally, I had focused on the physical and mental health aspects as well, so that I don't take stress throughout my preparation, as well as in those 2 hours and the 3 hours for each paper in the mains examination. So for this, I had taken up a sport every day or worked out for 30 minutes at least, and then focused on meditation and breathing exercises for 15 to 20 minutes every day, and also have taken care of my sleep and diet patterns. So these were the overall changes that I had done during my fourth attempt. As far as the sources that are concerned for the current affairs part, the dynamic part, I have relied on the monthly magazines and the PT 365 or Mains 365 of Vision IAS. Secondly, I had never skipped reading of newspaper. I had had the habit of reading newspaper each and every day. And if there is any update, I used to note it down in the current affairs booklet or the source that I have been referring to. That acted as the base. So and also there are certain channels like channels on YouTube, like the Study IQ, which if at all there is any clarity missing on a certain concept or any news update, then I used to watch the videos of that channel to get a better understanding. Then I also followed the Rajya Sabha TV debates. This has helped me for my interview process to broaden my thinking and give a holistic perspective of the topic at hand. So these were the basic sources that I referred to for the current affairs. My message to all the civil services aspirants would be keep your basics strong and be honest to yourself in your preparation. Identify your weaknesses and strengths and work upon them to improve accordingly. And ultimately, your determination and hard work to achieve your goal is what matters. It might take a little more time for certain aspirants, but don't get bogged down by the failures.